Hello, and welcome to Three Nerds Deep. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Adam, and as always, I am joined by Andrew and Andy. So say hello, nerds.
Hello.
Hello.
We are the nerds.
All right, we're glad you could join us this week as we are going to talk about a very fun subject, I think. We're going to be talking about villains today. But first, we're going to do some shout-outs. We're going to start doing some shout-outs every week. I want to do this because I started playing a game that I had heard about but never played. But I started playing it actually today for about an hour and a half. It's called Unicorn Overlord. It is a very fun game. Like I said, I'm only an hour and a half in, but it is also beautiful. It's got like it's like kind of like old school RPG-esque graphics. It's fun, it's cool, and it's unique. I haven't played a game like this in years. So, but anybody else got a shout out they want to hand out? Video game, movie, TV show, book, even?
Well, I've got some. It's a bit of a shout out. It's a bit of a shot in the dark. Me and my family have been working our way through the Jumanji series, the movies of that, in a very weird order, because apparently our kids didn't remember watching any of them when we watched them with them. So we just finished up, like right after recording, or right before recording this, just finished up the 1995 original Jumanji. My wife was giving me crap on how I say it, so I'm trying to say it the right way.
What is
Jumanji?
Jumanji, I think. Jumanji.
Is it like?
She wants me to say.
Is it like the Euro? How you say Euro?
Yeah.
Gyro,
Yeah.
gyro.
Gyro. Which really stinks because in all three of the movies, the consistent way to end it is you have to shout out its name. So, like, what if you mispronounce? But anyway, the minuscule shout out that is it a shout out or isn't it a shout out? After finishing what is technically the third one, the next level, I guess, Jumanji Next Level. I had to look up if they were in fact going to fulfill the cliffhanger ending that they give you, and apparently they are. It is set for a release date of December of 2026, and from the research I've seen, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, all of them are set to return to play again. And it made me intrigued. I was like, what if they bring back like Kirsten Dunst? Because her aunt is in the universe. She's at the end. She's at the very end of the last movie.
Really?
So,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know. Jackie didn't either. And I pointed her out. I was like, that's the same woman as the aunt that's in the very first movie, is the one that is hit on by Eddie, who is played by Danny DeVito.
Oh.
At the restaurant at the very end.
Okay.
Same lady. So.
Okay.
Shout out.
Totally missed that.
Goes to,
It's been a long time since I've seen that second one.
Yeah. Shout out to the Jumanji series. I think they're all good. I like them. They're a good, fun movie. And all of them. And here's hoping that the internet is correct in saying that we have what would technically be the fourth installment showing up in 2026. So
yeah,
just a year and some months. But
dude, that
I'm
will
excited for it.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Because I feel like Jumanji, it's one of the only like reboots / sequels that happened later that actually was really good.
It's good.
I don't know if it's quite as good, but it is phenomenal. Like, because it's also different. So
I don't, because because
the
first
is terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I was
Just
terrified of that movie as a kid.
I watched it as a kid and I loved it. I remember seeing it in theaters. But
the scene when the kid starts turning into a monkey scared the poop out of me. I was like, I'm gonna turn into a monkey.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely happened.
But then like the sequel to, they're just different vibes. That's more of a like an action comedy, less of a like thriller. I guess it's hard to, because it's like a comedy thriller almost. The first one,
right? Well, and if you, it's interesting because if you watched if you remember the cliffhanger ending of the third one of Jumanji Next Level, they are bringing Jumanji back into the real world.
Right. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I forgot about that.
Right. But I'm wondering if they're going to, first off, make it more of a thriller, because it's terrifying when you think of that world here. And the thing that makes it a little more lighthearted in a video game realm is that it is, in fact, you get multiple lives.
Right.
And you could die, but like it's not real until you're down to one life.
Right.
Which is impressive, thinking that Alan Parrish survived in that era on one life. Because he was board game trapped in there for 26 years.
And that's the thing survived. Is with the when they made the next Jumanji after the original, is the like the subtle shout out to the first one.
Right.
Oh, I don't even think it was that subtle. If you go back,
but like you'd have to, like, if you had never seen the original Jumanji, you could still enjoy the new Jumanji. But if you really like the first one, also it's like, yeah, this Alan Parrish guy, he built it, and you're like, wait a minute, I know who that is. Like,
and it's also interesting as to whether or not they meant to make them a shared universe or not, or make it as big a deal as it is, because it was also right after Robin Williams passing, and it was just kind of a nice little nod to Robin Williams. This was a Robin Williams movie,
right?
That they, like, even some of the lines that are in it, you don't really think more like, oh, it's Alan Parrish. Like the line is, this is Alan Parrish's home. We just live in it, and like that's so much more outside of the movie.
Right.
That's so much more fourth wall breaking, but now it's not. Now it's like, oh, that's a big deal within this universe. So
yeah,
like I mean, it still is. It's not that it's not, but
right. So I know we could talk about Jumanji for so long, but let's we got a topic today.
We've got more to talk about.
Right. All right, Andy, you got anything you want to shout out?
I got 2 quick shout outs. I've been working a lot, so I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. So first shout out is Critical Role Campaign 4.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Of course, I've enjoyed all their other campaigns. Those who don't know, Critical Role is a D&D actual play podcast. So,
it's pretty big deal.
Right.
It's a very big deal in the D&D community.
Well, really just anywhere, because now it's a TV show.
Any tabletop.
Now it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Now it's a TV show.
Now it's everything. If you don't know who Critical Role is, you probably shouldn't be listening to us. You probably should go.
Just
listen to them first. Spend about a year or 2 catching up on Critical Role, then come back to us.
3 years to catch up.
Not that
it took me a while.
We are like comparable to them, but
it's just really good.
You should just go listen to their stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll probably reference a lot of Critical Role stuff here.
Oh, and also quick shout out, Dispatch, new game that Critical Role's involved in, dropped today. Mm-hmm. I really want to play that game. But unfortunately, I don't have the computer that would probably be able to handle that game, because my computer can't handle really any games at the moment. So, but I've been following that game since I heard about it like a year ago, and it finally dropped today. I think it was today or yesterday. Whenever
definitely looks fun. My second shout out is another podcast I've been listening to. called the Spitballers Podcast. It is if you ever just need something, you just need something lighthearted that's gonna get you to laugh. That's clean. You don't have to worry about anything like. I mean, there's some toilet humor, but it's never anything super inappropriate. I can listen to it with my kids in the car without worrying about anything being in it. Um, but yeah, like it's just three middle-aged dads who are trying to make Mondays more fun. So
Wait a minute.
We're not quite middle-aged.
No,
No,
Andrew's
we're not
pretty
quite
close to
middle-aged.
middle-aged.
What are you talking about?
if-
Andrew's going to
if-
live to like 120, so he's not even close to middle-aged.
No, I'm not gonna live to 100. I don't. If I lived to 120, you guys should have killed me at like 80. So,
He's just sitting there in his wheelchair. Somebody kill me!
'cause that's the thing. If
Please
you live
put me
to
out of my misery.
if you live to 120, you got to realize that's 40 more years past 80. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
that's the third level of middle age. You have middle age as a third of your life. Like that's you've overdone it. That's
Fine,
also
they're
sad
all-
because like you're over the hill where you thought you were going into the back end of your life at 40. Nope. Still going up that hill.
Right.
If you live to 120, that means your middle age is 60 years old, and that's 20 years after you thought you were over the hill.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
So maybe I should rephrase. They're all like in their early 40s
There you go.
dads who just want to make Mondays fun days, as they say. So if you ever need something funny to listen to, I highly recommend the Spitballers podcast.
Sounds good. All right. So, getting into the topic that we are talking about today, like I said at the beginning, we are talking about villains. So, we've got four categories of villains that we're going to like rank our favorites. We have our absolute favorite, the ones that like are iconic to us that like, you know, we just love. We also have the ones we love to hate. So like the ones that, you know, are bad guys, but like they're either charismatic or for some reason we always come back and we're like, you know, we like these guys.
It's a little different than favorite villain,
Right.
but it's not too different.
Right.
There's a difference.
And then we have the villains we just straight up hate. Like we hate with a burning passion. We get fired up every time we think about it. And then we have the best worst villains, which means they're like villains, but they're like incompetent. They're not that good at being a villain. So, with
I
that,
won't be surprised if we all have the same best worst villain.
well, I mean, I have multiple, so
Oh yeah, there's
because there's
Still,
several,
like,
but
that's where there might be a lot of crossover or overlap.
right. So, do we want to? Where do we want to start? Do we start at favorite? Our favorite villains, or
I
do?
think so. I think that's the bar.
All right.
I think that lets us know where we're at. And of course I have my sheet ready to fill in for you guys.
All
to
right.
Keep track of stuff. I'm ready.
All right. So, do you want to start us off, Andrew?
Oh, sure. My favorite villain, who's probably been my favorite villain for a real long time since I was a kid, and as I've gotten older, I've only appreciated him more as a villain because this is a villain that's never going to be a good guy. You cannot make him a good guy, and it's actually quite impossible to even humanize him. But my favorite villain, that if they put him in a movie, a book, a TV show, or even a palette swap where it's not really him, but it's kind of still him, is the Joker.
The Joker. That's a solid one.
I will show up.
Which Joker?
Or exactly, it doesn't matter.
No, because the
show up
Jared Leto Joker
any
is a
Joker.
joke.
and I still went to watch the movie. That's my point. Like, and I have such a hard time with that. Do I think he's a good Joker? No. But Was it interesting to see a different perspective or a different interpretation? Yeah, because there's so many different interpretations of the Joker that it's just nuts out there. And honestly, I don't think his Joker is that bad. I think it's just the fact that Jared Leto puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth no matter what.
Right.
That, like, if you look at it, if you completely, if you're able to look at Jared Leto's Joker and not think about Jared Leto and all the weird things he did behind the scenes with his weird method acting with it, and just look at how he portrayed the Joker, and you kind of have to remove the writing of it in the movie. He's creepy. He's weird. He's extremely murderous. He acts like he's unintelligent, even though he isn't. It's still fairly true to the character. It's just absolutely not the best Joker that's out there.
Right.
I think
And we
the worst
and
part
I don't
of
even
his
think
Joker.
I still don't think we've even seen somebody portray the Joker in such an accurate manner that is comic book accurate.
Right.
Like, to that level. Is Heath Ledger the best Joker in a movie? Possibly. He's got the Academy Award for it, but
Right.
like, they're all so different, and they've even have the comic book based off of the three Jokers theory, that there's multiple different Jokers,
Right.
that have all just portrayed one person, but that's why they act so different all the
Right.
time.
Now I know a lot of people consider Heath Ledger's Joker the best. Like, he won an Academy or an award for it. But who is your favorite? Whether it's like a voice acting Joker or a movie Joker? Because I know for me personally, granted, because partly it's just nostalgic, is Jack Nicholson's Joker I love. So, but what is
Mark Hamill is Joker.
Right.
Like, he is Joker. Like, he actually even, like I said, palette swap. He's in some other superhero movie. There might have been a TV show. It might have been around the Arrowverse or something.
Yeah,
like
in
that.
Flash he plays what is it? The toy maker or something?
The Trickster.
Something like that. Yeah.
Who was essentially just the Joker.
Right.
The Joker is a palette swap of the Joker, but he was more mild because it was for family TV.
Right.
Yeah.
But gosh, I don't know. It's like, I think the best one isn't portrayed by an actor. It's just how well he was written in comic books.
Right. And yeah.
Like, that's really it. If you want to get the best and creepiest and weirdest interpretation of who the Joker really is, you're gonna have to delve into the comic books.
Right. And not to get spent too much time on this, but did you ever watch Gotham?
I did not watch I actually didn't watch a lot of Gotham, but because I was so intrigued by the Joker, I would go back and hear
because I know I can't think of his
Joker series.
Right, I can't think of his name, but the guy who played the Joker in that did a very good job as well. I can't think of his name. He does like the Star Wars.
Who did
Cal Kestis?
Yeah, Cal Kestis. The guy who did Cal Kestis. Like, he did such a good job. It's like, because like the Gotham was hit or miss with me on a lot of stuff, but like, he did a pretty good job of that. So, all right.
Well, if we haven't gotten it across yet, I am not a fan of CW shows. I think they're all the same.
Yeah.
And so,
right. I feel like
that.
Right, and I feel like CW shows, especially like Arrow and Flash, for several seasons are good, and then they kind of fall into a pattern, and they're not.
They're good for 3 to 5 seasons, then they usually.
They have one season,
dude,
and then they all.
I will argue
we could
that
have a whole episode about CW podcasts or the CW shows.
Right.
I will say,
Legends of Tomorrow, though, I feel like was good almost throughout the entire thing. But that's just me. All right, let's move on before we get stuck too long.
there are outliers. One season. They all
Right.
are good
No,
for one season.
literally, I never watch CW shows except for the Arrowverse. That's the only one I've ever watched, and
It's
the other ones I
wonderful.
just could never get into. Now, let's move on before we get trapped
All right,
into
let's
that. All right, Andy.
My answer: favorite villain, the Joker.
The Joker, Andrew. Andy, what is your favorite villain?
My favorite villain, I think, I had like several weeks to prepare, and then when it comes down to it, it's hard to narrow it down because there's so many good
villains.
I know.
Just pick one. I will agree with you.
Yeah.
I guess my favorite is probably Darth Vader.
It's a good choice.
Like, I know it's kind of like the easy whatever, but he is just like,
He's iconic.
You talk to people like, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Half of people are like, Darth Vader is my favorite Star Wars character. So he's just
talk about aura
honestly,
farming.
Dude, him in Rogue One or
Yeah.
whatever. The hallway scene is like a cinema masterpiece, and like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared like for this guy who's running from Darth Vader.
Well, that's because like in the
oh my gosh,
because I'll be completely candid. I also had Darth Vader as my favorite. I do have a second one that we can talk about, but so the thing is, in the books, comics, and stuff, they show how awesome Darth Vader is. And in the original trilogy, you get how menacing he is, but you don't see how awesomely powerful he is, right? So that hallway scene just shows you a glimpse. And this is Darth Vader not at his peak. Like, he's practically a middle-aged man at this point, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
You're talking about like the 18 years.
Right,
between him becoming Darth Vader from when he was still fully... or like struggling with Anakin Skywalker saying he was Darth Vader.
Right, because in Revenge of the Sith, you see him
One.
attack the Jedi Temple and all that stuff, which is cool, but it's also, you don't see a ton of that, right? You see vague glimpse in like the hollow security cameras, but like, in comics and stuff, like he fights, there's I forget what it was, but he gets like a dozen Jedi lure him in a trap saying Obi-Wan is there, and he literally takes out a dozen Jedi single-handedly.
The most iconic thing Darth Vader has
awesome.
ever done is in a comic book. I can't remember which comic book, but he's surrounded by rebel soldiers, and the rebel soldiers are like, put your weapon down, you're surrounded. And Darth Vader's, all he says is, I'm surrounded by fear and dead men. And he kills them all.
It's like, it's so good.
He's so cool. And then like I love how in the Disney Star Wars movies they tried to have like Rey or Kylo like hold a ship back with the Force, and they're really struggling. And then all of a sudden in the Obi-Wan show, Kenobi, Darth Vader's just like, you know what, I can do that, and he does it with ease. Like it's like not even trying. And
I know that people have issues with Kenobi and stuff, but like, dude, that also did a good job. Like,
why do people? I don't understand.
People were just unsatisfied. People had I think it's mainly people had crazy high expectations, and as a Star Wars fan, I know that we can be the worst. But like, I liked it, and also I think it did a good job of showing just how brutal Darth Vader was. Like his fight scene, the first fight scene against Obi-Wan Kenobi.
With Obi-Wan, where he like tortures Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
Dude.
And then when he's fighting the Inquisitor girl and it's like a joke, like he's just like, I'm so much better than you type of thing. So, I agree. Darth Vader is such a good villain.
I think there's two shows or mediums like that do a really good job of showing powerful Darth Vader that we want to see more of, because we love the redemption arc. We love the Anakin Skywalker from a kid turning into Darth Vader, turning to the dark side and turning into. But we don't get to see so much of him being in the dark side that much that we want to know, like, what is real evil Darth Vader, and we get to see that
Like when he kills that
struggle.
in Kenobi
And
show, doesn't he just kill some random like 14-year-old
right,
kid?
Yeah.
Like
but
he's
we
like
get to see
screaming and he's
that.
just like breaks his neck and it's
Yep.
like what
Get
what
to see that in Kenobi,
like
but also you can't negate Rebels,
Right.
Rebels.
where I
It's
know
very
it's
good.
a TV show for
The-
kids.
The
so they
aura
didn't show
farming in
much,
that show
but
when he comes in on the
yeah.
TIE fighter, like, come on. Like,
But if you watch like from the Clone Wars through Rebels, and just the dynamic between him and Ahsoka,
mm-hmm,
of when she has to fight him and you think she dies,
mm-hmm.
and that spoilers, I guess. It's just like that's when you see that it took this much just to kind of get him to feel a little bit like, oh no, he's still not that bad.
Right.
And it takes somebody way deep from his past to kind of make him feel that way. And the one person he doesn't really hate, because he hates Obi-Wan.
Right.
And
Yep.
so
Yep. No.
I think Darth
Right.
Vader is a good favorite villain.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
I did have a secondary one because I had a feeling somebody might mention Darth Vader. Andy. But
I mean,
a
I
personal
have
Twins
other
power
options. It's
activate.
just
a personal favorite of mine is Green Goblin, but specifically Willem Dafoe's portrayal of Green Goblin in, I guess you could say, the Spider-Man movies. So good. Love it.
I think the Green Goblin is just a good choice.
Yeah.
A good solid.
like
Spider-Man and Batman have the best rogue galleries. I said it. I don't think
So-
there's a better-
Yeah, I mean,
the thing about
I don't think you could
I
argue that.
love-
I mean,
I love the character of Green Goblin because he's complex and all that stuff. But Willem Dafoe does such a great job. What I didn't like is in the Amazing Spider-Man. Is it the second one that they have Green
that's-
Goblin? That was a terrible
is-
version of Green Goblin.
It's
it was
significantly- Which I actually
But
don't think
like
they
you said,
picked the
Willem
wrong
Dafoe.
actor.
No, the
I think
actor.
they
I
picked
don't
the
think it was
wrong
his fault.
actor.
It was just bad
Just
writing.
a bad
But
writing.
Willem Dafoe, like he scared me as a kid. Again, maybe it's just watching movies that maybe I shouldn't have when I was a kid. Like he scared me because you
Yeah.
know you're like, oh, Norman Osborn, he's such a good guy. I feel so bad for him, but all of a sudden it's just like a switch turns. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm
Dude,
so scared
he's
right now.
so good.
Like,
And I like how they played that on you in Spider-Man No Way Home.
yeah,
Because you were like, wait, is this him or is this not him? Because if this is
Right.
if this is really
Dude.
him, this is really bad. But if it's not him, then
I love the
I mean, that's
scene.
kind of cool.
I love the scene in
Oh.
No Way Home when Peter gets the Spidey sense that Norman is now Green Goblin. Like he
Yep.
knows that something's changed. And it's instant. It's
And the
he's just
punching
also,
him in
Willem
the
Dafoe is
face
just a
scene is
fantastic
iconic.
actor.
yeah. Willem Dafoe's great.
But
He's just
that
awesome.
scene of punching him in the face where he was hitting him, and apparently
Yeah.
Tom Holland was actually getting scared because all he was doing was smiling at him like that. Oh my gosh,
Dude,
it's so good.
so good. So yeah, that he is definitely. I don't know if he would beat out Darth Vader, but he's definitely up there. Like he's.
I mean,
so
Darth
good.
Vader would kill both of them.
Well, no, I'm saying in as favorite.
Oh,
As favorite,
and as a
not
favorite.
in a fight. Darth Vader wrecks most, if not all, these
Yeah.
villains I have on my list.
Yep.
So,
There's not, yeah.
yep. So, all right. So, do we want to move on to
This-
villains we love to hate?
Love to
So
hate.
so villains that we hate but love at the same time?
Yeah, it's kind of
Or
like
villains that we just
You-
hate.
no, that's the next one.
That's the next one. This
Okay.
one is like this one's the most weird because dare I say it's not as iconic. Like I picked the Joker over this person over this next villain because I will, no matter what the median is, I will show up for the Joker
Right.
type of a deal. This one is not that big of a villain that's going to make multiple appearances. But I loved this person as this villain. Like I just liked this villain
Right.
portrayal.
Yeah, and like so when I picked my list, there was like a villain that's obviously the bad guy, right? But there's something about him, whether he's charming or he's funny, there's something that draws you to him. So
Adam, why don't you start this one?
all right, I'm going to have from the start one. So I have Hades from Hercules. So
what a choice!
So good.
That's
like
a good one.
He literally
That is a good one.
makes the movie. Like I love that movie, but like if Hades fell flat, that movie would not be very good. Like, but Hades is
voice actor for that.
Yeah, voice actor was phenomenal. Just the writing for it was awesome. Like, and the fact that the whole, don't worry, man, baby, it's halftime at the halfway point of the movie is awesome, and it's hilarious. It's just the crash outs that he has, like it's just so good. Like
and Hades always gets a bad rep too, though. Is he really a villain?
He does.
Really
He's always the bad guy, and like almost every movie.
Not in Percy Jackson.
Yeah, but
I haven't finished the last book yet, so I don't know that for sure.
I mean, you're not wrong, but he's definitely kind of a little bit of an antagonist, though. But he's not. Yeah, you're right. He's not a bad guy. He's not like the villain of those.
He's totally the villain of Hercules. Like we're not arguing.
Right,
that.
dude, and it's just so good. And his sarcasm, his wit. Like it reminds me, like part of me wonders if like when they were writing Loki for the MCU, if they took a little bit of inspiration, because
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, because it's not like Loki's quite as funny and everything as him, because obviously Hercules is a cartoon, so they can take more liberties with it. But like, just some of that dry wit and sarcasm, I'm getting some Hades vibes. So yeah, that's my love to hate. I have another one if we have time for it, but
see, I loved Greek mythology growing up. Like I didn't read a whole lot as a kid, but I did read a whole book on Hercules, and that led to a whole bunch of other stuff, and just even up through high school. And I always had a problem with the Hercules movie for how lore inaccurate it was. Like, hold on. Zeus is not this nice a guy.
Right.
Hades isn't this bad a guy. Wait, hold on. There's so many other things.
Where's Hercules' murder of his entire family? What?
like to this day, I still it's one of my kids. It's one of Lainey's favorite movies, and I still struggle to this day with that fact because I'm like, it's so inaccurate. And then they taught her Greek mythology in school, and like she knows how inaccurate it is, but she still loves the movie. So I'm just like, okay. Jackie loves the movie, apparently. She loves it for the music, though. Come on, who doesn't?
Right.
But anyway.
All right, Andy, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I think this one is kind of underrated. Adam, I don't even know if you've seen this. Talking about CW shows.
Here we go.
Crowley from Supernatural. Those of you who, he's definitely a villain in the beginning.
Isn't he a king of hell?
And then he is the king. He is eventually the king of hell.
He's a
demon.
See, you say I know Crowley mainly from YouTube Shorts. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of Supernatural on my YouTube Shorts.
I know. Eventually, farther down the line, he's more of an anti-hero. But in the beginning, when he first shows up, he is a straight up villain. He is witty. He is charming. Where you're like, dang it, Crowley. Why? Like, I don't want to be kind of rooting for you, but I kind of am. It's like yeah, just his witty banter with like his witty banter, like just even like there's scenes where he's like face to face with Satan, the literal devil, and he's just like cracking jokes, and that's like, you know what? I like it. Like it's hard for me to And I think that's for me what makes me like almost sympathize with villains is when they have wit and stuff. But yeah, that's mine. Like I know Adam hasn't watched a ton of Supernatural. I've watched like 11 seasons of it.
I've watched
And
all of it.
Sound disappointed.
he's just enjoyable.
Huh?
Said you sound disappointed that you've watched all of it.
Yeah.
It should have ended after 5 seasons.
It should have ended up.
And even then, the next 5 are halfway decent, and they should have ended after season 10.
I have a very weird relationship with Supernatural.
Well, part of it is
Very,
your
very
wife
weird
loves it,
relationship.
doesn't she?
My wife, I would not
That's the
have
weird- that's-
ever. Supernatural is not a show I would have picked to watch ever if it wasn't for my wife.
Right.
She
Same here.
is-
I never would have watched
Yeah.
it except for my wife was like, "Hey, you want to try this?" And I was like, "What is it?" She's like, "Oh, it's just kind of a scary show or whatever." And I was like, "I don't like scary stuff, but you know,
Yeah.
I'll-
Just so the
I
view,
guess I'll try it." Like
the viewers know, the
I am
reason why
not
I
a
never
big-
watched Supernatural is Andy and I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, nope, not doing with spook. I don't do spooky. I don't do spooky. So I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I can't do it.
That first season is kind of terrifying. It's less.
That is
terrifying
one of
now because
my
of-
favorite first seasons of a show. Is the first
Yeah.
season of Supernatural. It's so good,
Don't do spooky.
dude. The Lady
But
in White
it's a little
episode is
easier. Oh gosh, it's a little easier to watch now because the graphics on it are so dated.
yeah.
Can't do it.
But no, the reason it's like that's actually kind of true for a lot of the nerdy stuff I've gotten into. Is I could thank my wife for that. Because when we were in college, she decided to become what at the time people were deeming a super Wholockian. And I think if you know, that's a combination of somebody who watches Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch at the time. And where I probably would have eventually watched Sherlock for sure. I might have later watched Doctor Who because I'd already kind of watched that because my dad watched it. But Supernatural, not on my radar at all.
Right.
It had the CW timestamp, and I was like, no, I don't need that in my life. But I watched all of them because I love my wife. And it's a solid 2.5 out of 3 on all of them. I love Doctor Who,
Right.
love Sherlock, and Supernatural is weird because there's parts of it that are really good. It's the best CW show, I think. I would never argue against that. And it has high points. And even past season 5, there's episodes I'm like, I'm glad that this is here, but I don't know if it should exist.
Yeah.
And there's definitely things I'm just like, I didn't need to watch that. I am not a TV show. I was not much of a TV show watcher before I got married. And if I was, it was for laughs in the background. Like,
I only started
The
watching
Office or stuff like
Supernatural
that.
because of my wife. Because if I would have watched that while I lived at home, my parents, they would have flipped out.
Oh yeah.
Like they would have been like, "What are you watching?" Like,
well,
But
and
anyway.
unfortunately, back in talks with Crowley, though, Crowley has ruined Mark Shepard, the actor who portrays him. Like, not to him. I'm sure he's making him lots of money, but if I ever see Mark Shepard in anything else, I always wonder if it's a Crossroads demon. Like, just like,
it's
because
typecast as a
I think
crossroads.
there's so much Mark Shepard in Crowley with just a hint of that little bit more evil that the person probably isn't, that Mark Shepard probably isn't.
He's probably
all
the
that
nicest guy
charisma.
in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
plays an
like
evil
all
character.
that charisma is there, and I'm just like, I bet you there's a lot of that person in that person. And so
Right.
all right, moving on to I gotta write that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it's your turn,
Probably.
Andrew.
I am going to have to give an explicit warning on this one. I might have to be bleeped over, but it's not because I'm intentionally swearing. The character that I've picked to love to hate comes from a show with a swear word, possible the mildest of all swear words in the title, and that is Colonel Hans Landa.
He's on my list. He's
from
on my
Inglourious
list.
Basterds. So that's the bleep you might have to bleep. I know, trying to keep our swearing down to a minimum.
I feel like it
because
will keep.
We like to
it's
have
a title.
Our kids.
It's a title.
Oh,
yeah, no judgment. It's
he is my favorite villain to watch in a movie because he is. If he wasn't a Nazi, everybody would love that guy. But he's
I'm trying to think. What's the actor's name?
Christopher.
Christoph Waltz, right?
Christoph Waltz. Yeah.
Dude, and then, he is fantastic in that movie.
He's so good. He's so good in almost anything I've seen him in.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
The problem is, once he made that movie, it's kind of just like Crowley, just like Mark Shepard. Like, he's still a great actor, and he still has really good roles. But has it ever been as good as Colonel Hans Landa?
I mean,
I feel like there's lots of
Django Unchained. I feel like he's just as good in Django Unchained.
But would you say it's iconic?
Well, I think most actors have one role that they're. Most actors have one role that they're most known for. Most of them,
right?
Like, I guess Harrison Ford's a little different because he was in 2 huge movie franchises as Han Solo and then Indiana Jones. But like most of them, like when you see them, your mind automatically goes to one role. Like Chris Pratt, it's like, oh, it's Star-Lord. Like,
no, it's Andy.
Or Andy Dwyer.
See, as a guy who never really watched Parks and Rec, it's Star-Lord for me.
But I had the hardest time with him as Star-Lord for so long because I only pictured Andy Dwyer.
Right.
But Christoph Waltz is just so good in that movie. So good.
Yep. Nope. Like, it's a solid choice.
Like, even, isn't it the opening scene, him going to this farm where they're hiding Jews?
Yes.
Dude, that scene, like...
Well, okay.
It's like, he doesn't seem like he's that bad of a guy. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh... like, he's doing some bad stuff. Like, it's like...
He did a great job in that. But that opening scene is also like a Quentin Tarantino staple.
Right.
If you watch Quentin Tarantino's
super calm, followed by crazy.
Calm in the beginning, everything's chill. Dare I say comedic at times. And then, oh yeah, somebody's about to this like absolute
horrible violence immediately.
High tension, and then like that's something he's done in almost every single one of his movies.
But that's why he's so good in that movie, is because
that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Because that actor, like, he gets you, like, you're like sucked in. You're like, man, this guy, he seems like he's all right. And all of a sudden, bam! It's like, what the crap? Like,
if one of your most quotable lines as a villain is, "That's a bingo," like, you're gonna like him,
right? Dude, yeah, that's a very solid pick.
Is that how you say it?
Right.
We just say bingo. Like, come on. Like,
I will have to admit, I have never watched this movie all the way through.
Really?
Oh, it's so good.
Oof.
But I do know how great he is in that movie just because of the first couple of scenes he's in. He steals the show.
Dude, I will say that movie
is in that movie, and he's still the villain, and you still like him more,
right?
In my opinion, it's got Brad Pitt and all these famous actors, and they're the good guys, and they're like, this is what the movie's about. And then all of you know what I mean,
dude. If you're killing Nazis, you're the good guy. Come on.
But they might not be great guys, but they're the protagonists of the movie. But it's like, in reality, it's like, it's Christoph Waltz. It's his movie. Like, I don't like he's just so good. It's like he stole the show in that movie.
So good.
But
I mean, I don't know if I say he stole the show, because Brad Pitt is also iconic in that
Dude,
movie.
he is so quotable in that movie. It's crazy.
So,
Would you
it's
take
so
that
good.
deal? I'd take that deal. That's a dang fine
I would
deal.
take that. That's a
And I
damn
say that
fun
line
deal.
all the time. Like I say it all the time. And most of the people, like I'll say it to my kids. Like I'll be like, deal. Yeah, you take that deal, I take that deal. My kids are just like,
That's a
what?
damn
And I'm just
fine
like,
deal. Yeah.
Daddy's having stroke.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to stop, and I can't do the rest of this podcast. I have to go watch Glorious Bastards right now. I get on this. This kick every once in a while. The problem is that's like, for me, that is the gateway drug to the rest of Quentin Tarantino's movies, because I know if as soon as I start watching that, I'm gonna have to watch like Kill Bill movies.
Yeah.
dude,
And then I'll
Django
just
Unchained
go
is
down
such a good movie.
Django Unchained. Like it's just you just go through one. It's like I'm ready for the next one.
Right.
Have you guys seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
It is the most unlike Quentin Tarantino movie. Like
Right.
it's completely different till the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Right.
But I would recommend watching it because it's so different.
Right. I might
Anyway,
be the odd one out, but I've only ever watched 2 Quentin Tarantino movies, and that's Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained. Well, no, that's not true. I have seen Kill Bill, the first Kill Bill. So,
you didn't see the second one?
nope.
You don't know how it ends?
I mean, I've seen enough clips on
How can
like
you do
YouTube
that to
Shorts that I
yourself?
know how it ends. I've seen this.
You need to go and watch it.
Seen. I'm not a huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
I get it.
Like
I love him
his
or
style
you
of
don't either.
movies is not like the first time I tried to watch Inglourious Bastards, I didn't like it. I was also like 18. I wasn't into Quentin Tarantino, that style, but like now I love that movie. But like I didn't like it at first. So
I will say I didn't like it as much when I first watched it as until like more rewatches,
right,
because you get more. But I feel like that's true of a lot of other Quentin Tarantino movies too.
right. So let's move on to our next category: villains that we just plain hate.
Oh yeah.
There's no redeeming qualities to them. We just hate.
I'm ready for this one. But
Who's going first this time?
You're going first.
You're
You
going
haven't
first this time.
I'm going
We'll
first?
rotate who goes first.
All right, I'll go first this time. This one pretty easy. Pretty easy to know why. In one of my favorite movies, The Patriot, Colonel Tavington,
Yeah.
That's a
the Colonel of
good
the
choice.
Dragoons,
Yep.
played by Jason Isaacs.
Dude, I didn't even
is
think of
a
that guy, but that is a
scum of
good
the
one.
earth. Hate him.
Oh, so good. That is-
Infuriates me.
That is a good.
Kills
I
Heath
can't.
Ledger. Kills Heath Ledger's wife.
How dare you kill Heath
Kills
Ledger?
kills a whole village by burning down a
Kill-
church.
Oh
Dude.
my gosh, that's
Kills-
such a good choice.
Yep.
My
Mel-
mind is
Mel
blown.
Gibson's son
Yeah.
shoots him. He's like a 14-year-old,
Sons.
15-year-old
Both
kid.
of them.
Yeah, kills both of them.
Dude. I didn't even think of that one.
It's
That's a good
such
poll.
a turd.
That's a good poll.
Like,
Like-
I picked mine, and I still stay with mine, but I knew there were better choices out there. Like, there's still like good. That is so one of them. Oh my gosh, when he dies, at
I'm
the
getting
end,
mad just thinking about it.
That's the only reason I'm not so angry, is because I know he gets his upcomings. Like,
It doesn't matter.
my
Like he caused just the amount of
Oh, and
damage
you
he caused
thought-
Mel Gibson.
thought-
Like it's like
But you thought at the end of that movie, like, he's gonna kill Mel Gibson. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, this is how it's gonna end.
and then
He's
there's gonna be a
going to-
second Patriot movie where the
Yeah.
youngest son has to try to kill Colonel Tab.
I would've been
Alternate
down
history.
for that.
Alternate history. The British win because Colonel
But no, then he
Tavington.
kills him. Then he kills him, and he says, "No, my sons were better men." It's
So
like,
good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great
Thank
scene.
you.
But
Thank
he's
you.
still
Yeah.
I hate that
Nope.
guy.
That's a good poll.
See,
I
that's tricky though. That's tricky though, because that's the movie I also kind of fell in love with Jason Isaacs as an actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, he's so good as a villain. Because he's
was,
also
like-
good in the movie
and
Soldier.
Apparently, he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I truly think that the nicest guys are the best villains in movies. Like Neil McDonough is a fantastic villain.
That's the guy who played Damien Dark, right?
Yeah, because he's good as Damien Dark. He's good. He plays in the movie The Shift, where he literally plays the devil, and he's fantastic.
He doesn't play villain, but he also plays in Star Trek First Contact, I think.
Yeah, he's a good actor in general. But there's like Alan Rickman, fantastic villain. Apparently, he was one of the nicest guys ever.
Why are you saying was? Did he die? That I didn't know about?
Alan Rickman?
Oh, Alan Rickman. Sorry. My brain went somewhere else. I was thinking of the guy. I was thinking of Dr. Alan. What's his name from Jurassic Park? That's where my brain went to.
Oh, Grant.
Yeah, Grant. For some reason, my brain heard Alan and is like, Alan, what?
Colonel Tabington from... I feel like there's two villains I think of off the top of my head, and both of them burned down a church. So I don't know if that just has something to do with it.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
Bring up the other one.
The other one is I can't remember his name.
Wait, because what if it's on yours? We'll ask.
I doubt
I don't think I don't have a church burning person on my list.
Okay.
The main villain, I can't remember his name. The main villain from Magnificent Seven or whatever, with Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah,
he burns down a church too, and I hate that guy. He's just
yeah, he is kind of slimy.
Colonel Davington is a good choice.
Right.
My choice. I picked, and I feel like there's a lot of people that would agree with this. This was the first one I picked because anytime you say this person, even though they're not the main villain of the series, this is the person everybody agrees to hate, and that is Dolores Umbridge.
Oh yeah. She's on my list. I don't know if I would have said her, but she's definitely on like my short list of just straight up hate.
As an educator myself, yeah, she's the worst. Like in no median, whether it was the books or the movies or whatever comes out of the TV shows, if she's not the most hated, then you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Like, and I don't know, everyone talks about the Snape casting for the new movie and all that stuff. I'm just like, wait, who are they going to cast to play Dolores Umbridge? That was better than who they cast to play Dolores Umbridge, because I don't trust that woman. I will, like, when a character ruins your credibility as an individual, like that's the one thing that differentiates her from, in my opinion, from Colonel Davington, is because I have seen him still play villains, and I'm like, you know what? I bet you though he's a nice guy in real life. I don't care to know the name of the actress who plays Dolores Umbridge. I probably looked it up once, and sure, I bet you some people would even defend her, being like, she's not that awful.
Didn't she play the Queen in The Crown?
I don't know.
I think she played the Queen when she was old in The Crown.
Good. I think she's.
I do know she played in.
Because I think she's a terrible person. Playing Dolores Umbridge.
My wife went on a Downton kick, like a Downton Abbey kick, and she plays in it. And I was like, "Oh, is she horrible?" She's like, "No, actually, she's a nice character." I was like, "I don't believe you.
I don't trust her.
Like, she's in it. Like she's."
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to
that's
do this once and immediately forget it. Her name is Imelda Staunton.
Imelda sounds like a mean person name.
Andrew, you're such a jerk. I'm actually a really nice person.
If she calls me out and can prove that to me, I will absolutely tell her.
She might invite you for tea.
Having that conversation.
Just don't borrow a pen.
Yeah, just don't borrow a pen from her.
Like, and that's the thing. I don't think I've seen her really in anything else where I completely mistrusted her.
Right.
Like, good night, everybody. Like this, she came onto screen and played the role perfectly because she's awful.
Right.
She's absolutely just not. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, that's a simple choice. I don't think we have to talk much more about that one.
Yeah. If you haven't seen her in Harry Potter, like there's some, like, Patriot's old enough that if you're young enough, you might not have seen The Patriot. If you haven't seen it, see it. But Almost everybody.
If you're
has
old
seen
enough,
Harry Potter. If you're old enough, watch The Patriot. But most everybody has seen Harry Potter, so
right.
Yeah,
I want to watch The Patriot now too. Maybe it's just I'm in a war movies mood.
That's true. I actually was thinking the topic we should do is like best like war movies or war series, because there's some really good ones.
Watch more war movies first.
Yeah,
because I don't think war series. We can't go off on this tangent in the middle of this.
Right. Okay, we'll talk. All right.
Who's your most hated villain?
So just straight up hate. I'm going to say 3 because 1 we don't need to talk about because no one's probably heard of this person, and if you have, let me know in the comments because I like the books you read. So the first one I'm going to mention, his name is Sergeant Obadiah Hakeswill. He is from the book series Sharp. So all the titles are like Sharp's Eagle, Sharp's whatever, Sharp's Tiger. He's not even the main protagonist. He's actually a fellow soldier, because the book series takes place in like the late 1700s, Napoleonic era, and he's just the antagonist to Richard Sharp. He's constantly getting in the way. He actually kills, I think, one of his wives, because in the show he kills friends of his. He's just a scumbag. He's the worst. Makes me angry. I was so happy. Well, and the thing is, in every book, you think he got his comeuppance, but then he shows back up in the next book. It's so annoying. Hated him. Next one, I will also probably say, but don't have to talk too much about. Frau Engel from the Wolfenstein series. She is the worst. Again, a Nazi. She's just horrible. She treats her daughter horribly. She's just horrible. But the one I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about is General Shepard from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He's the guy who kills Ghost.
Oh,
he's the guy who betrays you. Hate that man with a burning passion.
I don't remember that campaign well enough to go into a big discussion.
Oh, dude.
I just remember him killing Ghost and being like, "How dare you, sir?"
Dude, Ghost is one of the coolest characters that's ever been in a Call of Duty. And you did him dirty.
Let's time out though. That's not saying.
What are you talking about?
There's some cool characters in Call of Duty.
No. Don't, okay. But
we're gonna have some fights.
Ghost is easily the coolest character in any of the Call of Duty series ever.
Right. For sure.
Because other people who have not played the game know who Ghost is.
Well, he also kind of became a meme because they brought him back for the reboot of Modern Warfare 2, so he's kind of become a meme. And I haven't played the newer Modern Warfare 2, which I want to mainly because Ghost is in it. And the campaign for the newer Modern Warfare was so good. But yeah, dude, it was when I played that for the first time, dude, that wrecked me. Not because, your character that you're currently playing as dies too, but I was more upset with Ghost.
Modern Warfare 2 is just a good movie. Or a good movie. It's a good
it's practically a movie. It's so good.
It felt like a movie. I mean, when it starts out, when you I remember how controversial the No Russian scene was when it came out. That was also, it's interesting because just like Mortal Kombat, some of the most controversial things about a video game is the biggest selling point for it.
Right. Well, and
that's what'll make
the No Russian was the biggest selling point.
Andrew just wanted to live the fantasy of just mowing down civilians in an airport, right?
No, it was. So, because that came out when you guys were in high school. I was in my early 20s when that came out.
Yeah.
And before I heard about it on the internet or from news reports or anything about that, guys who this is back when people would pre-order and buy it the night before and then play it the same day. Not like it is now where it's all digital. But they would tell me, it's like, oh my gosh, there's this scene. They came back and told me the next day that, because I think I did pre-order it, but I didn't. I don't know if I started with the campaign yet. But I think I pre-ordered it with some friends and we played online. But when we they told us in the campaign, there's this whole scene where you are intentionally mowing down civilians, and you can choose. It warns you about it. Tells you can choose to skip over playing this if you want to or not. To this day, I don't know one person who's chosen to skip over it. I do know people who have played through it and they choose not to shoot anybody, and I think there's like I think that actually does something for it. I think there's like a achievement unlocked for it.
Right.
But when that happened, when it was like people were like, you got to try this game out because of this.
Right.
Similar to like Mortal Kombat, like you can actually kill them and there's blood everywhere, despite
right.
the fact Mortal Kombat was on a much simpler console.
Right.
So, but it's just big selling points.
I will say, Modern Warfare 2, like that, like I know we're talking about General Shepard, but like that Makarov, I think that's how you say his name. He is also a great villain. I don't know if I don't know if he's General Shepard just hits that hate with a burning passion just because I hate betrayals. But also like Modern Warfare 2 in general was just so good, and also like because that opening scene of Modern Warfare 2 campaign is you're in the first person perspective of the leader of some country that gets dragged out and shot. Like, it's just brutal, and it's like, dude, what a way to start a campaign. Like, because like Modern Warfare 1 had a very good campaign too, but like this is like, dude, it's off to like it started at 100. It's like, and it didn't slow down.
Right.
And like the whole, your walk with the General Shepard scene is like you're walking up to the helicopter. You completed your mission. You're wounded. You're being helped by Ghost, and then you're gone. Just, yeah. And all because he wanted to start a war to, curb the Russians pretty much. So,
yeah,
it was just like, it's the stupid betrayal, and I hated it, but that's,
it's a good one.
It's one that gets me fired up even now. Even though that game is what, like 15 years old or something at this point?
Yeah, it's old. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, let's move on to the best worst villains. So these are villains that are like just bad at being villains, whether or not they're trying to be bad, but they're not a good. I mean, Andrew, you alluded to one that you thought we would all pick for this one.
I mean, I think maybe, I don't know if we would all pick it because this is a little bit dated, but I'm pretty sure you guys have said this before. Actually, I'm pretty sure you've watched these movies before. The one I think who is the worst villain, because he was never that bad. And even at the end of the series, he is actually a good guy. But it's in his name, and it's Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers series.
He's on the list. He's on my short list. Yep.
He is the only thing you see him really ever do that's evil is kill other bad guys that don't listen to him. Which at that point in time, is that really evil?
I'm like, very badly burned.
Or fail at killing bad guys. But like
you shot me.
He doesn't. At some point, like I don't know how he was ever considered a big threat.
Right.
Ever. That all of England had to be like. Was it really a big threat? Or like, because I mean, even still, his worst scenario is he was going to hold. In his worst scenario, he was going to hold the British government and the world hostage just for money.
Right.
Like that was it. He never even said like I'm going to kill people. The worst or closest he's ever got to actually saying he was going to kill somebody was when he said, "I'm going to kill you now, Mr. Powers." And then he didn't. Then he didn't kill him. Then he didn't die.
Well, I mean, they even kind of make a joke of it because, like, number 2, is it the second one where he's like, "Yeah, we're a multi billion-dollar company now, and like so an evil corporation. Like while you were gone, like
like we just kind of made money without you while you were gone, and
right.
But if you do want to do this thing, sure.
Yeah.
It's obviously as the series progressed, he wants to. You can see he so badly wants to be evil until he just realizes he's not.
He just wants to be loved.
I would like that origin story though, because he talked about how they would ritualistically shave a certain part of his body, and like it sounds pretty bad. Like his upbringing, where
right?
he lived.
The whole nature versus nurture.
Yeah,
exactly.
What was it? Evil?
But
was
like
it evil
this...
Dutch parents or something like that?
Yes,
yeah, like
that.
Mom had like webbed feet and was like a 15-year-old prostitute or something like that.
Yeah, it's like life tried so hard to make him evil, but it just couldn't. It just didn't do it. And how did he get his power? Like, that's the other question. Who decided to start following this man?
Right.
Like, and if they did, it was out of love, not fear. Like, literally, Frau.
Right.
Frau loved him.
She'll never love another man.
She'll never love.
That's true.
All right. Who's up next?
You go for it, Andy.
All right. I've got a couple that I could pick. Having a little trouble trying to decide, but I think the one I'm gonna go with is Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb.
Solid.
You were gonna say something.
Solid.
I picked him. One, I watch Phineas and Ferb with my kids because it's just awesome. But he doesn't seem like he's actually like evil. Like he just seems like he's kind of grumpy and needs a friend to like hang out with and talk to. Cause like all of his things that he like tries to like take over the tri-state area for is like just minor inconveniences that he's just blown out of proportion. Like
right, and like the thing is his scheme isn't
something to do with his.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Or it has something to do with like his tragic backstory. Like
right.
He steals all the gnomes because somebody stole his family's gnome, and so he was forced to be the gnome for their house.
Right.
Like it just seems like if somebody would just give him a hug and tell him, you know what, it's okay, man, he probably wouldn't be a villain anymore.
Well, the funny thing is his plot is like, I'm going to steal all the gnomes, and somehow that's going to lead him to conquering the tri-state area. Like it's
like
but he was a good father.
He's a decent father. Like at least he tries to be, being a divorced couple, but still like just.
I love when you find out the reason how he can afford everything is his wife pays him alimony. Which is like the opposite of what normally happens.
He must have had a good lawyer. I don't know. Like,
and they co-parent well. You know, they don't hate each other. They don't fight together. You know, yeah. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is a very good pick. Very solid pick.
Right, Adam.
So mine, I've got 2.
7.
But the first one I want to talk about is Harry and Marv from Home Alone 1 and 2.
Yep.
They're
on my list.
They are horrible villains. They're not good at being bad.
I think you're 50% wrong there.
I think because you only see them together, you have to lump them together, and Marv makes Harry a bad villain because why is he still partners with him?
Marv is a liability.
Yeah, 100% is a liability.
like not that Harry isn't a bad villain, but I think he is significantly worse at it. If you took Marv out of the equation, he's just like a homeless guy that you feel bad for. Like he's a bad villain. Like
Harry is way more sinister, but I don't know if he's more competent. But he's more sinister.
Right.
Yeah, like Harry.
No, I think
Harry
he
would
is more
straight up
competent.
shoot what Kevin in the face.
Right.
Like in the second one, he has a gun that he's going to shoot Kevin with, but because of previous things, it doesn't work. But like, I think I'm not saying I agree with Andrew that I think Harry would have been a bigger problem without Marv.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
But that doesn't mean that Harry was good at being.
But also, Harry also got
Right.
foiled by a lot of the traps too.
That's true.
If anything though, Marv is the reason that they are caught
Oh yeah, for
in
sure.
the first one,
Yeah.
and Harry might have gotten away because
Yeah, because he
well, I mean,
wanted what they wanted to be the wet bandits.
He was trying to market them, which is like
It's
not
true.
something you do.
Right.
And so he was the wet bandits, and then that continued in the second one where he tried to be the sticky bandits, but that one
Which-
got shut down. They couldn't do that.
That did get shut down, but thinking back, that was not a bad way to steal all them coins. But anyway,
Or that scarf, or that glove.
or that
Right.
scarf, you know.
Right.
But he was the reason they really got caught. Or if in the very
Well, they would
minimum-
have gotten caught, but they wouldn't have gotten linked to all the other robberies.
exactly at the very their
Like-
sentence would have been significantly less. It would have been like breaking and entering, and
Potential
they don't really have
kidnapping / what would it be?
attempt at murder.
Yeah, attempted
would
murder.
be- but they don't really have any lethal intent, and they never really.
That's not
did.
till the
And
second
there's
one.
just-
Yeah.
That's not till the second one.
Which
So-
I
Well-
think I like the second one better than the first one. But
Oh, I like them different, but you're not wrong. It's
Yeah.
a funnier
I feel
movie.
like the second one has funnier traps and funnier, more over the top. Like when
the brick
Marv,
falling from the building and
Right.
hitting Marv
like
in
that
the
would
forehead,
realistically
so
kill
good.
Marv. Like Marv should be dead. Like he gets hit in the head with
Did
a
you-
brick dropped from a
Dude, when Marv
3-story
steps on
building.
the nail in the first one, every time that scene, I'm like, no,
So
no,
bad.
no, don't do
So
it.
bad.
Dude, when he gets in the second one, when he gets electrocuted, like, and you see his skull, like, dude, oh, it's so good.
I also think there's something wrong with us as children, because who didn't watch that movie and instantly think, man, I wish I could get lost in New York by myself. Like that looks so much
Yes,
fun.
credit cards.
Yeah, like who didn't think that'd be great? Despite the fact that the movie showed us the darker sides of what New York City could be,
Right.
we were still like, nah, I don't
Right.
care. I totally want to just go walk around downtown New York City. It's gonna be fun. There's a toy store there that looks super awesome.
Might meet Donald Trump. you
Might
know?
meet Donald Trump. Like who doesn't want to do that in the 90s? Pretty much possibly kids, but that's not the point.
All right, you said you had another one.
Yeah, so I had one, and I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't sure where to put this one, but I wanted to mention it. White Goodman from Dodgeball.
Or
Or I can't remember his name from Heavyweights.
Look it up.
I can't think of his name, but
uh,
because the fan,
He's the
if
same
you
guy.
haven't
It's
heard
the same
this, if you haven't heard this fan theory, but the villain in Heavyweights is
looking it
also White Goodman, just several years later.
Tony Perkis.
Tony Perkis. Yep. So I mean, he's kind of
Same-
incompetent,
same
and he's kind of like the worst. Like he's just sinister because he wants to take over a gym, like, but he's clearly the villain. And so like I thought the best
Because
place,
he's kind of dumb.
and he's kind of dumb.
Like,
And
he's
also,
not
if you
really
go with the
a smart
Tony
villain.
Perkis angle, he does get foiled by a bunch of like 10-year-olds. So, but yeah, I wanted him on my list. I didn't know where to put him because he could have also gone love to hate because he's funny and I like watching him. He's ridiculous.
But But even so, if you go, this is why the he's the same guy theory works so well, because even if you go with Ben Stiller, or if you go with Dwight Goodman in Dodgeball, his big plan to take out the little guy is to compete in a dodgeball tournament against
Right.
them.
Right.
That's your plan. There's so much simpler. You have so much more money than them already.
Well, so the first part was he reported them for taxes. That was the first part. And then when they came up with the plan for dodgeball, he's like, I'm going to enter the dodgeball tourney as well and beat them. Right.
Overcorrected. Like, you go back to the tax fraud. That was it.
Right.
That was the right direction. They didn't have much they could do.
Right.
There.
Even the Joker is afraid of the IRS. So,
I wonder if the average Joes would have won the tournament if the Cobras weren't there.
Did you know?
Like, I wonder if the Cobras gave the average Joes more motivation to win the tournament.
That's true.
Maybe.
That's true. Did you know they in the original cut they lost to the Purple Cobras? In the original cut that they sent of that movie, like it didn't go into theater this way, but in the original cut of that movie, it was he didn't step over the line. He just threw the ball and the guy hit out, and then it's like, that's it. That's the end of the game. And it fades to black and then credits roll.
Oh,
like,
man.
That's how the movie originally ended. And because they were like because part of the advertising was a true underdog story, and saying that underdogs don't usually win.
Right.
And so that was part of it. And test audiences hated it so much,
right,
that they reshot the ending where they didn't lose.
Although White Goodman might be the most powerful villain because he said "screw you" to Chuck Norris.
We don't know that.
Yeah, because there's that scene where he was fat because he's like,
we don't
screw,
freaking Chuck Norris.
Freaking Chuck Norris.
Maybe. This is Chuck Norris torture right here.
Yeah. Psychologically, he made him get super fat so that he would die from like cardiac arrest or something.
He psychologically roundhouse kicked him in the face. What if Ben Stiller made another movie with a different named character that was the exact same character but was older? And because that's part of Tony Perkis and White Goodman is that they were overweight people who just fell in love with weight loss and started a business out of it.
Well, because one of the things is the Global Gym logo. Well, the Global Gym logo looks a lot like the Perkit system logo that he had.
Yeah.
So that's dude, that would be funny if he. It'd be the.
What if we just found a new favorite villain? If they make if Ben Stiller, you will never hear this. I highly doubt it. But if you ever hear this, I would bet people would show up to another movie where you make a completely different named character that is still just Tony Perkis and White Goodman, but on an older level. Just add something different to it. Make it
like he's doing like sweating to the oldies type of stuff.
No, it's sweating oldies, and he's working at old folks' homes. Old folks' homes. We've got all of it.
In Happy Gilmore? Because he's kind of a villain in Happy Gilmore.
But it's not the same guy.
Right.
But,
no.
Yeah.
I could have been between him opening Global Gym.
I don't think that works. Does it?
Well, I
don't know. It depends.
I haven't seen the the new Happy Gilmore movie, but I think his character comes back in that.
It does.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna name a couple honorable mentions.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm surprised nobody picked Joffrey Baratheon for villain that we hate. But
I mean, he was on my short list. He's definitely on my short list.
Villain that makes me laugh. Mugatu from Zoolander. Will Ferrell's character in Zoolander.
Never seen it.
It's a good one. You've never seen Get off this podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Adam, that's your homework for next time. Zoolander.
Seriously? It's so we just said it. No,
do you guys have any honorable mentions that didn't get mentioned?
I have one. again, I'm not sure where I could put it. I wasn't sure where to put it, but the Elusive Man from Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2 and
Sounds
3,
Oh, yeah.
voiced by Martin Sheen, is so good. I don't know where I would put him. I don't know if I love him or just hate him or, but yeah, he's definitely one of the most memorable villains to me.
I have Anton Chigurh
Shiger.
from No Country for Old Men. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen that movie, but
I've seen enough of
That's
it to
funny.
know that that's a good
I
pick.
I didn't know where to put him.
Right.
Yeah.
Except for not in the best worst villain. The dude is not the worst.
Right.
He is a really good villain. I also thought Agent Smith from the Matrix
Smith.
series,
Yeah.
Yep. That one's good.
but I once again didn't know necessarily where to put him. So these are
Yeah.
honorable mentions.
That's how I feel. I
Oh.
just thought of two off the top of my head that I can't believe nobody used. Because we talked about them a little bit in our first couple episodes. Loki as a
I think
villain
that one.
that you enjoy, although he does kind of become anti-hero. But then Ultron. Ultron was one of the best voice acted things I've seen in a very long time. Like James Spader as Ultron was
Yeah,
very good.
he's good. It's a good choice. It's a good casting, and comic book Ultron, like just as a character, is really good. The trick is once again with where he would need to fit in this category in our
Right.
Yeah.
categories.
It's almost
But-
like we
'Cause
needed a
he's not-
category for just good villains. Like these honorable mentions, I feel like are just good
But that
villains.
could go on.
Right.
That's the trick with that is if we went on if we just listed a bunch of good villains like that.
I mean, we
now
can
we're
always
here.
have a part 2 on this at some point.
like
I don't think we need to, but because
Well, who knows? If we're still doing this podcast in 10 years, we might need to swing back to some
Yeah, we need
topics.
to update it. For the
Yeah.
okay, here's an honorable mention for a couple for anime people. As you could say, Frieza from the Dragon Ball Z series. People love to hate him. But I would also say I gotta look up his name. It's been a minute. From the My Hero Academia.
One for all?
Are you talking about All for One or
No.
whatever? Or are you talking about the guy with the
No.
hand on his face?
The guy with the hand on his face.
Oh, what's he called?
Mizugaki? Mitsugaki? Something? Sounds right.
I can't remember.
He's very, very Japanese.
I don't know. Keep talking. I'm looking it up.
Let's see. An honorable mention for me. If we want to, so one of my favorite portrayals of a supervillain from a movie would be Lex Luthor from the newest Superman movie. I think he's
Oh yeah, he
Like,
does a
the
very good
best Lex Luthor live action movie adaptation for me. Definitely plays
Oh.
an obsessive guy very well.
Sorry, it's Tomoro Shigaraki.
Shigaraki.
That's what it was.
Yep.
He's
Dude,
a pretty good villain.
Yeah, he's pretty horrible. Do not like him.
Stain is pretty good villain too.
Yeah.
I
The
I
hero
guess-
killer.
think he's pretty neutral. He's pretty neutral.
I feel like he was a good because again, I haven't finished it and I don't know if he pops back up, but he was a good several episode villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
His essence keeps popping up,
Yeah.
but not him. Technically.
Right. Yeah, because like I said, I haven't finished it, and I know that he inspired a bunch of other villains and stuff. So,
Right.
yeah. I mean, does anybody have anything else they want to mention before we end it for the day?
I don't think so.
I think Andy is the worst villain.
I'm
He's
a
trying
pretty
to be
bad
a
villain.
bad guy. But
He
he's
likes to
just not
think he's a bad guy. He's just a grumpy.
I am grumpy.
Is Wreck-It Ralph considered the best worst villain?
I mean,
I
yeah,
think that's
I mean,
a good honorable mention.
yeah. The
Think-
problem
think-
is he spends too much time as a hero. Is like,
He's not
He
bad
spent
guy,
decades
but
as
he
a
is bad
villain.
guy.
right. Yeah,
He's gonna
Um,
wreck it.
right.
For me, just real quick, just because it popped in my head, one of the worst villains I feel like is the Grinch in the newest How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah,
because,
he's
again,
awful.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's just grumpy.
I mean, you get that from Jim Carrey's portrayal too.
No, he does some real bad things. He hands a saw to two children and says, "Go run real fast with
I
it."
mean, you're not wrong.
He was
I forgot
going
about
to
it.
leave Cindy Lou Who in the Christmas wrapping machine, but Max got him to take her out.
Right,
He
but how
does some
dangerous would
awful
that
things.
that machine?
Did you not
That
see the
makes you
thing that
wonder.
comes down and stamps the fragile thing? Like it would have crushed her.
Is wait a minute, hold on. We might have actually stumbled on something. Is the Grinch and Pinocchio parallel? In the sense that they have a animal that is their conscience.
Their conscience? Maybe.
Except one, and neither one of them work really well, but one of them's better than the other one. Like as people, like Pinocchio is a child, so therefore he's not as bad as the Grinch. But
I don't know.
Max is definitely the conscience of the Grinch. Otherwise, children would totally die. Like, 100%.
I mean, you're not wrong. I will say, now that you bring it up, the Jim Carrey's Grinch is one of my favorite, I guess you could say, villains. He's probably loved
he's
to
a
hate.
villain.
But now I don't
He's
even
at
hate
least
him.
a
I just love
75% villain.
Right. Yeah. But also with tragic backstory. So.
Tragic backstories. But he's a villain.
Right.
He's a tragic backstory villain.
Right. So.
Oh, we could give a shout out for all those who care that's not Andy, because Andy hates this. Back to our shout outs. Speaking of villains with tragic backstories, and let me just say the line of, was wickedness, were they born wicked, or was wickedness thrust upon them? We do have the new Wicked movie coming out.
Which I
in
can't wait.
less than a month. And they are doing the thing that I think they should have done, where they're doing the double feature with an intermission in between, like you would if you were going to go see the stage production.
Nice.
You can buy tickets for that at your local theater.
I will probably
Maybe
end
we
up
should.
watching
Maybe
that,
we
but I
should
will
all go see
probably
it
watch
together.
at home.
That'd be fun.
I think
If
if
you
we
guys
all
wanted to go
saw
see it-
together, I'd have to take my whole family.
No, it's just
That's-
it's
Which is
what
not
is it?
something
A
we don't
triple.
do.
It's us and our wives go out and see it.
That actually isn't a bad
See, the
idea.
problem is my
because the
wife
new one is
also doesn't like
PG-13.
Wicked.
Oh, then why would you guys go? We'll just
Fine.
double date it.
Yeah, Andrew, you get your
I'll
wife. I'll
watch
get
it.
my wife.
We
and
have
we'll...
babysitters now, is what it
I-
says.
Yeah, that's what it
I'm not
sounds like to
watching your
me.
kids. I
It's
am
like
not
we will
watching
go
your
to
kids.
Warsaw. No, but you will.
Well, that's kind
I
of way out of the
won't.
way for us to go where Andy lives. So,
But part of it would be to watch Andy having to handle all the kids.
well, who would actually
I don't
handle all the
volunteer
kids?
for the children's ministry at my church because I would end up just tying up all the kids and putting them in like a closet.
See, we
or
all
something
know
until
that
they
Andy's
finish.
wife would be doing like 98% of the work.
Exactly, and I don't want to do that to my
You're
wife.
sounding a lot like the Grinch right now.
Like I said, Andy's not a villain. He's
Andy.
just grumpy. He's just
Exactly. Like, it's just- I am the grumpy old man. Like my wife, when we get old, she's gonna be like the nice, super nice lady who like bakes cookies for all the neighbors, and I'm the one who's gonna be yelling at the neighbors for stepping on my lawn
Yeah.
or whatever.
Once I fully recover from my surgery, Andy, I have some suspenders you can use so you can really look like an old man.
Can
dude,
we
I'll
just
wear
buy
it.
Andy's suspenders? Like
Definitely.
from now on. Like
But-
that's the new thing.
Yeah, dude,
Is
I
Andy
used to make fun of
suspenders.
this guy at work for wearing suspenders, and it still looks a little like a little dorky. But dude, they are comfortable. They are way more comfortable than
They
a belt.
are comfortable.
So-
They are comfortable.
But my wife, every
topic.
time she looks at me, she's like, I'm less attracted to you right now because of those suspenders.
New pod topic. Suspenders.
Yay or nay?
Who pulls them off and who doesn't?
All right,
All right.
it's getting late.
Right.
so-
Yep. So if you've made it this far through all the chaos and the random tangents, we thank you and hope that you will join us next
Tangents
week
weren't that bad. Just at the end.
and the beginning. I
And the
mean,
beginning.
but anyway.
in the middle.
In the middle. So if you've enjoyed yourself, please let us know. Leave us a comment and let us know your favorite villain in the comments.
Remember,
And also,
Yeah,
we'd
give
like
us
to
that,
say
so
thank you because our viewership has more than doubled in the last couple weeks. So we thank you guys for joining, and we thank you guys for, if you're spreading the
Oh.
word. We are also,
and
just
we
so
have
you guys,
all the socials.
yep, we find us on YouTube at 3 Nerds Deep Podcast. Find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page now at 3 Nerds Deep. We also have an Instagram. Again, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with Instagram. Right now, I've only posted like the images of our characters from our D&D episodes. And then follow us on X. I post. If you follow us on X, you will get notifications as soon as the episodes are posted. That's one of the first things I do is share, post it to X. Yeah, and then you can
We
find
also
us.
want to hear. We also want to hear from you guys. Like we
Yep.
like hearing. What are your opinions? When we put polls out there, we really want to know what that is and what we can do.
Yep.
for
And if you want a
certain
topic,
episodes.
Yeah, and if you would like to hear us talk about a topic or anything like that, please just let us know. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a follow, share, let us know. Because like I said, like I think we said before, we really enjoy doing this. And even if we don't have anybody, interacting with us, we're probably still going to do it because it's fun. So, and it gives us an excuse to talk to each other for about an hour every week. So,
Yeah.
but with that being said, we will catch you next time in the next episode, and we're out.
See ya.